Hello, and welcome to this episode of the Clinic Marketing Podcast. I'm your host, Darcy Sullivan with Propel Marketing and Design. Today, we're going over 5 local SEO strategies for multiple disciplinary clinics and hybrid clinics. We are starting to see a surge of clinics that are reaching out to us for new websites or for SEO that offer expanded services besides what you would normally expect from their clinic. In doing so, there have been tons of questions that have come in about positioning strategies, branding strategies, and of course about local SEO. So I'm going to give you 5 tips today, or strategies, whatever you want to call them, if you consider yourself either a hybrid clinic or a multiple disciplinary clinic. For example, we deal with a lot of chiropractors, and we have seen combinations of chiropractic clinic / Pilates. We've seen chiropractic clinics that are also offering weight loss services. We are seeing tons of chiropractic gym hybrid combinations as well. So with the 5 strategies that I'm going to share with you today, there is one exception. And I'm just going to go ahead and note that. And that is the exception of if this additional service has a separate business tax ID number and phone number, or if your plans in the near future revolve around you building up this section of the business to sell off just that section of the business, then you're not going to want to follow these strategies that I'm going to share with you today. You are, in most cases, going to want to do the opposite. So let's dive in. Strategy 1. It is much, much, much easier to manage one website than many. And usually, if your general website is already ranking, it's easier to add on the new service offering to that website than to separate out the websites. And in this example, like I mentioned, the exception is if it has a separate tax ID number, if it has a separate phone number, if your plans are to sell off that portion of the business at a later date and time, then yes, in that case, it does make sense to keep the website separate. But if not, 9 out of 10 times, it makes the most sense to include the new offering on your general website and not build out a secondary website. So that's tip number 1. Tip number 2, on your website for these specific services that you are offering, you want to have built out specific pages that highlight these individual services. And you want to make sure on your website that you link other pages to the new page of the new service offering when it is appropriate. So for example, I had mentioned earlier that we had recently worked with a chiropractic clinic that also offers Pilates. Well, on the chiropractic care page, the bottom we mentioned, these are the complete list of services that the company offers, and highlight Pilates there along with their other service offerings linking to those specific pages. You also want to make sure that the navigation on your website is inviting and easy to follow for people that would be interested in any of your service offerings, and that they know that the flow makes it easy for them to find the information about the services that you offer and to book appointments for those offerings. Meaning that if you have 2 systems in play for booking appointments, again, let's go back to this chiropractic and Pilates example. Let's say that for chiropractic care, you used one system for booking an appointment, and for Pilates, you used another. That can get really confusing. So one thing that we like to do, if that is the situation, is to just have a book now page. And then once you get to that book now page, then it has the different offerings listed and the booking link associated with those offerings. That's one way to make it really clear and easy to understand how to book an appointment for each of those offerings without sending too much of a confusing message up front by just directing them to the Book Now general page where they can then take the action that corresponds with the service that they're interested in. Okay. Strategy or tip number 3 on your Google business profile listing. If the offerings that you have allow you to select more than one category that your business falls in, you want to make sure that you select more than one category. Why is this important? Well, it's going to help your business be discovered more. You also want to make sure that under the category, you list the specific services that are associated with that category. So let's go back to that chiropractic and Pilates example. They would have categories under chiropractic care and categories under Pilates. Now, what would the services be for each of those? Well, under Pilates, the services would probably be the specific Pilates classes that they offered. So I believe it was reformer Pilates, maybe it was one-on-one Pilates. You have different services under that category. And under chiropractic, they had sports chiropractic, chiropractic adjustment, ART, different specific services that relate to that category. So again, unless you have a separate tax ID number and phone number or plans to sell the listing in the future, you want to keep those together, one Google business profile listing if it's one location. Obviously, if they're 2 separate locations, they should be 2 separate listings. But if it's one location, one tax ID number, one phone number, it should be one Google business profile listing. You can go and listen to our episode about advanced Google business profile listing strategies if you really want to amp up your Google business listing. Strategy number 4. Once you have done that and updated your Google business profile listing, you want to make sure that you update your Yelp, your Apple Maps, your Bing business listing, and any other online listings to match so that your general description is very clear to people, letting them know that you offer all of these services. Strategy number 5, and our final strategy in this episode, is to make sure that you are collecting reviews for all of your service offerings. And once you have those reviews, you want to make sure that you're also including them on your website. So that's it for today. Nice and short. Thank you for spending time with me. And if you are a clinic owner who needs help optimizing their website or setting up a new website, please be sure to contact us. You can find us at propelyourcompany.com. There you can book a discovery call. Are you a chiropractor, physical therapist, acupuncturist, wellness practitioner, or other clinic owner looking to attract more patients and grow your healthcare practice? Welcome to the Clinic Marketing Podcast. Together, we'll explore topics like SEO, local search engine optimization, website design, social media marketing, content creation, helpful marketing tools, AI, and more. You'll learn how to effectively leverage these tools to increase your online visibility, engage with your target audience, and ultimately drive more traffic to your practice. From understanding the latest marketing trends to implementing best practices, we'll break down complex concepts into easy-to-understand nuggets of wisdom. You'll get practical tips to help you stay ahead of the curve and outshine your competition. Get ready to unlock the secrets of successful clinic marketing. Together, let's propel your practice.